Not a whole lot to say. It's pretty obvious to myself and our team where the difference in that game. UCLA did a great job of forcing us into 19 turnovers, in which they converted to 29 points. They scored 61, I believe. It's right at half their points. And it was the same thing that happened at their place when they scored 57 points, or something like that, 55, and they scored 19 points off of our turnovers. It's the difference in the game right there, along with their two freshmen kind of bookended the second half. Jordan Adams in the beginning and Shabazz after that took over. Kind of a tag team effort by those two freshmen offensively. They did a great job.
So what difficulties are you guys having with Drew's push? Because they pushed out off of makes, they push off your turnovers, they push off misses as well. And sometimes you weren't able to match up at all in a few possessions. What's the difficulty there?
We were concerned with USC's transition because they're good in transition. They got one transition basket in that game. I thought we did a great job. I thought tonight we regressed. They UCLA, you mentioned Larry Drew, he has a great push. And one thing about playing up tempo is that if you have someone to push the ball and then you have finishers when you distribute the ball, you're hard to deal with. And that's what they have. Adams and Anderson and Shabazz, the Wares, all those guys are capable of scoring 20 points in a game or even 30. And you have someone who is one of the best assist persons in the country, in Larry Drew, makes it for a tough night if you're not organized in transition. Tonight they burned us a few times.
And what are the complications if you want to go to the offensive glass a lot as a team and they want to push off your turnovers a lot as a team? Did you get caught there at all?
No.
Okay.
We didn't get caught. We got caught just not communicating several times. Several times we didn't sprint back. The biggest problem to me is potentially in transition with them is Kyle Anderson can push it also. And, you know, who's picking him up when he pushes it? Now you have a little bit of a mismatch and open floor a little bit. But, again, they scored some in just pure transition. But, again, 29 off our turnovers. That you get in transition with turnovers a lot of times. Our turnovers, our inability to take care of the basketball was the difference in the game.
What is it about what they do that either maybe kind of forces some miscues or?
I talked about it prior to this game, and I didn't think, you know, with the freshmen that there's some teams you play against, everywhere you turn, they're right there. You know, I thought we got pretty good shots at the basket a lot of times, but especially those freshmen, Shabazz, Kyle Anderson, and Jordan Adams, they're basketball players. Basketball players know how to play the game, and they read situations, they anticipate, they are long, they can get to a lot of balls, they can get to a lot of deflections, they're quick, they're dribbling the basketball, they tip from behind, and they present problems in terms of you being able to take the ball, present problems for us in terms of taking care of the basketball.
You talk about their freshmen and the way they played, particularly in the stretch and tough times, and it's senior night, your senior day, and your seniors, and it turns out it's UCLA's freshmen that are coming up with the big plays, not certainly what you would hope.
Well, I think we got to give them credit. They're good, you know, they're good players, and they took a step back at Washington State, but the game before that, those same three scored over 20 points in the game. So when those three get rolling, I only point out freshmen just so you know who I'm talking about. But I don't mean freshmen in terms of they're supposed to be behind everybody. They're good players.
How about your seniors then playing the last game? Your thoughts on?
Yeah, you hate to see them go out with a loss. It hasn't happened very often with our seniors here. We usually do a good job on senior day. I thought Scott Suggs stepped up and offensively had a good game. And I thought he really battled Shabazz. You know, he's given up about 30 pounds there, and I thought he really battled him.
Coach Sean started off pretty hot offensively, and you pulled him out, and then he didn't go back in until late in the first half. What was it there that I was missing something. What?
He ended up playing 24 minutes, making sure that he was fresh, making sure he didn't get winded. Jannard Giroux had a heck of a game last game. And, you know, it goes back to, I guarantee if Sean would have played more and Jannard wouldn't have, Jannard had a great game last game. Why was he not in there, you know? Sean was still in there 24 minutes, and, you know, that's over half the game, I thought. Desmond, in the second half, came out, I mean, 11 rebounds in 17 minutes, and when we came back, he provided a lot of energy for us. It could be a guy that's hit 8 in a row, but then the complexion of the game changes. And then somebody's giving you something, what you need during that time, and what we needed was energy. And we went with Desmond played 13 minutes in the second half. He played 4 in the first half. But when he gave us that energy, we started to really play basketball. And that's kind of what we went.
How tough was it then to keep Ainjai in there? Because he gave you a lot on the defensive end, but offensively, they were double teaming him and just taking him out of the game.
Yeah, when we made our run, we were getting after it. Aziz was a presence on defense. He was blocking shots, and we want to take him out at that point. You know, I know he made some mistakes offensively, but we were getting back in that game, and we took the lead because of defense. We began to get stops. That's what got us going. So.
It was ragged, but was that as energetic as you've seen them in your team in a couple of weeks at least?
No, I wouldn't say so. We've been a lot more like that in the last 4 ball games, I think. We've been playing with more energy. I think that's why we're able to turn it around and win some games.
Would you see in the possession Larry Drew drove Scott there late, maybe 30 seconds ago?
We didn't do a good enough job keeping it in front of us.
You wanted to switch that?
No, there was no screen on that one. He was just at the top and he took off. It was kind of a 1-4 high. He did that to us 3 times last game when we played him. He only did it once tonight, but it was a crucial one.
And then on the Andrews foul, did you guys talk about, hey, they are going to foul us, so try to get the ball up to the rim?
No, we didn't. But we talked about, look, they're trying to foul you, and Andrew saw it right away that they fouled, and he was very smart, crafty on that, and drew a foul.
And from your point of view, it looked as if he was in the shooting motion or not?
You know, we've played many games this year where a guy begins his motion, he starts from the top of the key, and he gets all the way to the rim, and they call it and one with the continuation. So I just felt, especially with that maybe we look to get a foul on that 3-point shot.
Coach, what were your thoughts to the team after the game, and especially to the seniors?
We talked about that more before the game than we did after the game. You said my thoughts or what I said? I'm sorry.
You just kind of your thoughts to the team after the game.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, to the team. No, today after the game we talked about those turnovers and how that was the difference in the game. We talked about that.
Do you still feel, given the fact that you had a 3-game winning streak before, that this could still be just kind of a one-off situation, and you still feel that with the energy and the confidence that it's still there?
Yeah, I think we know we played right. We did a lot of other good things. We didn't take care of basketball. I think our guys understand. All right, we took a step back and taking care of the ball. We take care of that, we'll be back to where we were in the last 3 games. I think our guys would feel confident about that.
Then as you head to the tournament, is there then that feeling that you have to win that tournament then to make it to the NCAA?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. We have to.
Then just with that, do you go into it saying we have to win a tournament, or do you say we have to win the day, we have to, so like
The day.
how
The day starts practice Monday. We got to practice well Monday. We play in that game. We got to play well today. Then get past that, starts over. We're not going to mention anything about, all right, we can win 4 games in 4 days. It'll be dramatic. We got to take care of the ball first. Get that straight. before we think about anything else.
Okay, I gotta take them out, guys.
Is there any preference to, yeah, you're at the mercy of everything else, but a day slot or night slot with having to potentially pull out?
Not,
You sure?
not now. Go play, whatever you guys want to do, let's go play.